Hello, hello, and welcome to the Gothic Jungle. Today I want to bring you to one of the prettiest plant stores I have ever been to, Sea2Stem. This store is in Worcester, Massachusetts, and I think they're trying to open a couple other locations in Massachusetts. Not entirely sure about that, but this plant store is absolutely gorgeous, and I had to share it with you guys. As you can see, when you first walk in, you are immediately immersed in a jungle environment. You're surrounded by plants, taxidermied animals, skulls, crystals. For the skulls and plants in particular, you can tell why I think it's a winner in my book. I do have to say that most of the things in the store are very, very expensive. I think it's mostly because you're kind of paying for the experience to be there, so I don't typically shop a lot here. Honestly, it's more fun to just come in and look at all the fun stuff that they have. But these posters that I have here, I actually do own a few of them because they are one of the few things that are quite cheap. I'm calling them out here. They used to be $5, but now they're listing them for $6. I have that particular poster that I just picked up in my hand, but these are always fun to see whenever they swap out, and I wish I had more room in my room to put more of these posters. I love national parks, so it's always fun to see those different designs as well. Some of these books over here, I think that these are really cool, and they offer some unique perspectives for different books on plants. I feel like a lot of books that I see are mostly about beginner plant care, but I feel like these are more stylistic, and as you can see, this store knows how to style its plants, so I feel like that is very good that they included that. More on that note, this is why I wanted to bring your attention to this store in particular on my channel, is because I really, really do like the way that they incorporate the plants into the space, and they really, really stylize them. Again, like I said before, it feels like you're walking into a magical forest. You know, you have all these plants, but they're not just, shoved into shelves, kind of just forced against the wall, trying to crowd them together. While the store does have the advantage of being on the bigger side compared to most other plant shops, I think it's interesting to see them actually being stylized in a space again, rather than just being shoved on a shelf. It's not to say that they don't have, just areas of tables of plants and everything like that. Like, that's fine, that's wonderful, and it looks good. But again, it's just interesting to see compared to your everyday plant store that you go into. I think their jewelry is also really, really cool. Even if I don't typically wear statement rings, I do like silver jewelry, which is nice to see because I feel like when I go into stores nowadays, it's all gold jewelry. But I feel like the jewelry is really, really cool to look at too, almost like a museum. Even if they're not quite in my budget. Moving on to the actual plants themselves, well, they do tend to be on the more expensive side, like I just mentioned. They all do seem to be in very good health. This is particularly important to me because I feel like a couple times when I have gone plant shopping, I feel like I find a really cool plant that I want to take home, and then it's infested with pests, and it just becomes a whole ordeal to take care of, which I'm skilled enough to do it, but it still is a bit of a challenge to be like, okay, now are these pests going to infest the rest of my collection? Where can I isolate it? How do I take care of it? All that sort of stuff. So I'm happy to say that all the plants here are pest-free. I also want to point out that the terrariums here are particularly gorgeous. Also, if you're a crystal girly, this might be the store for you. I personally am not, but I can appreciate shiny things. The terrariums here are very, very gorgeous. So if you ever do have the opportunity to visit in person and look at the tiny details, which I can't quite show you since this walkthrough is pretty quick, I highly, highly recommend, like this one right here in this very, very cool jar. It's some great place to get some inspiration from, again, stylistically. I love all the bones here. I think they're so cool. I love the way they're displayed. The huge, huge skulls, and everything just is spectacular. Actually, the butterfly wall kind of reminds me of another plant that I want to make, which is, again, a stylistic choice that I think is really, really cool. Especially you can see it kind of with the antiques that are displayed. Or at least I'm not sure if they're actually antiques, but they're meant to be old and tarnished and stuff like that. I think a look that they're trying to go for, which actually I just confirmed by looking on their website, so the kind of description about how they want you to interpret the store and walk through it, it kind of also reminds me of a museum, which again is another point of why I find it so fun to walk into and look around, even if I'm not purchasing something. I think you could tell from my Isabella Stewart Gardner video, I love museums and I think they're so fun to visit. Oh, also this crystal table, Crystal Girlies, this one's for you. I took this video during Pride Month, so it was really, really cool to see them have this out as an impressive display. Again, even though I'm not a crystal girly, shiny things are very, very pretty to look at. So that was a nice treat to walk into. The rotating kind of displays that they have really, really are impressive. This corner of the shop is particularly appealing to me, mostly because I love this skull display. I think the dark horns in contrast to the white bone are really, really cool, but I also wanted to point out that this spot does have some more affordable plants in the shop. So they're small, they're kind of hidden underneath a cart, but you can find some more affordable plants at this store. And again, look at the corals, look at the glass cloches. They're so, so, so impressive here. They really, really knock it out of the park. I love the pelican guy too. Look at him, he's just standing there. He's the guardian of the plants for that corner. It's so fun, it's so fun. We are also coming up on my favorite plant at the store. Look at this Monstera Thai constellation. It's not for sale, but every time I come in, it is so, 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 so gorgeous. There's a reason I put this as the thumbnail, okay? I love seeing that every single time I come in. Also, that little snake skeleton that you just saw in the corner, I'm not sure if I go back to it, we'll see in 2 seconds. But that's really, really cool. If I had the money for it, I'd buy it. Look at these cool skulls too. Oh my gosh, I feel like this store is just so cool. It's just so cool. That's the whole point of this video, is to just show you how cool this store is. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Look at this snake. Look at how cool that is. Also, I thought this way of displaying this plant was so, so cool. I would have never thought to use kind of like those strawberry tins to have the roots hanging down. I'm not sure if, I don't know what, I didn't check what type of plant that is. Again, also, this is a tiny corner where you can get some more affordable plants, but the way they display the plants is just so cool. I feel like I just keep repeating myself throughout this whole video, but you know what, it's okay, because it's just so wonderful to come here. Alright, as I kind of go over what you saw in the beginning of the video, what you see when you first walk in, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. That is all I have for you guys today, and I will see you guys soon. Let me know if you like me walking through some cool plant stores that I find. I feel like it's really cool to see what I like about different plant stores, what I don't like about different plant stores, and share them with you guys. Alright, I will see you in the next one. Bye!